It's time for the Coach's Corner Show with your host, Pat Disabato.
Hello, welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'm your host, Pat Disabato from the Daily Southtown. And hey, it's that time of season, folks. We are taping on Monday the 18th, a week from tonight. Santa will have dropped off all those gifts to all you good boys and girls, and it'll be Christmas Day. So I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas before I forget at some point during this telecast, because we will be off the next 2 weeks, December 27th and January 3rd. We will be off those 2 Wednesdays, and we'll come back on the 10th. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Got a great show for you tonight from the Beggar's Pizza location here on 127th and Kedzie Avenue in Blue Island. Josh O'Shea, Tinley Park baseball, and last week was named its varsity football coach too. So Josh is going to attempt to do both, and we wish him nothing but the best, man. He's a 1998 Bremen grad, two-sport athlete over at Bremen. He was the man, and he's done a great job. This is going to be his 4th season on the baseball as head baseball coach over at Tinley. 21, 27, 23 win seasons, man. That's unprecedented at Tinley. So he's going to apply those tangibles and success, hopefully, to the football program. So we're going to go to a Beggar's Pizza timeout. Remember, join that Big Cheese loyalty program. A lot of perks, a lot of deals. It's all good. BeggarsPizza.com. We come back. Tinley Park varsity football and baseball coach Josh O'Shea will be our guest. Stay tuned.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
Hello, boys. I'm a drop-dead gorgeous pepperoni sausage, hold the vegetables deep dish pizza. Just look at my cheese. Your place or mine. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
Thank you, Coach's Corner, for celebrating all these great athletes. Now celebrate the American Classic with Apple Chevy. Classics like the Chevy Impala. Originating in 1958, the Chevy Impala is older than the states Hawaii and Alaska. It still holds its sleek and stylish design with a focus on luxury. It has the option to have the power of 305 horses. Don't take my word for it. Come test drive it today at Apple Chevy.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza, Holiday Edition. Our guest this week, Tinley Park baseball and football coach Josh O'Shea. Josh, how's it going, my man?
Great, Pat. Good to see you.
This is rare air here, man. I can't remember. It's been a long time since we've had a head coach at a public school coaching baseball and football. But last week you were named the new football guy, and you've been baseball coach. Was this how many years now?
This will be my 4th year.
This will be your 4th year, and 3 straight 21 seasons and plus. So let me ask you now, in this day and age, what makes a guy say, hey, I'm going to take on the responsibilities of a football and baseball coach, my man?
I guess I'm a little crazy, but it's a lot of growing up. I was a 2-sport guy. I couldn't pick if I was playing football or baseball. It depended on the season. So when the opportunity came, I just didn't want to miss out on that opportunity, so I put in for it. I'm a competitive guy, and that's why I coach. I kind of lived through the kids a little bit and always played, through high school and college, and this is the closest thing to playing. And so I couldn't miss the opportunity to go to coach football as well.
Well, I think the biggest thing here is obviously it's a time commitment, and you've coached at the lower levels for a few years at Tinley Park football, and then you were on the varsity this past season?
Yes.
On the staff. So
yes.
You know what you're getting into. However, the MVP of this situation is Mrs. O'Shea. This guy's wife to say, okay, hon, 2 kids, go ahead and pursue this passion of yours, right?
It truly is, man. When the opportunity came about, the first thing I did was go home and talk to her, kind of see what she thought, try to go through every negative scenario we'd have with coaching two sports. But there's a lot of people that go into this. My mother and father-in-law are huge in this, with helping out with the kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, my wife Katie she's the superstar. She's all in. When she's done from work, she picks up the kids. She gets to the game on Friday night. She gets all the Tinley Park gear on her and the kids, and they come up and watch the game. They are. They run out on the baseball field after the game, and my son's sliding around all over the place, and they're running on the turf after on the football games too. So yeah, they love it. But you're right, she's the superstar in all of this.
Well, and this guy's a passionate guy because here's a Bremen grad. This is how passionate and how convincing this guy could be. He's a Bremen guy and he married an Oak Forest girl. That doesn't happen too often, man. That's the Hatfield and McCoys. There's some rivalries going on there.
A lot of 228 there.
A lot of 228 love,
Tinley,
right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's a great thing, man. All right, so the Tinley Park football position opens up. Nick Johnson resigns. Nick had a great run, man. 5 out of the past, I think, 7 or 8 years, Titans made the playoffs. So what was appealing about this job to you?
I mean, it's really the kids. I mean, I coach in baseball there. I work at the school there. We have awesome kids. And I love the sport. I love being there on Friday nights. And, again, just the opportunity to take over to do that. Working at Tinley's great. Administration's great. Like I said, all the kids are. So that was kind of went into it. I love the coaching staff. They gave me a big, boost to go for it and put in for it. The kids were telling me that as well. So that was kind of the whole motivation of going for the job.
Now, did you have to convince the Tinley Park administration, namely, Mike Mongan, AD, great guy. Did you have to convince these guys that you could pull this off?
It didn't take a lot of convincing. Obviously, there was a conversation that was had. But again, I'm overwhelmed with their confidence and belief they've had me. They've seen things change in the baseball program, and it's having great assistance. I have great assistance on football and baseball. So I'll help run the summer program, help in the spring with the lifting program and football. So yeah, it was a conversation. I wouldn't say it took some convincing because they were on board, and Dr. Nolan was on board, Mr. Mongan was on board, and that again gave me some confidence to put in and go through the interview process. And you got a great principal. She's awesome. She's the best. I mean, she's really the best, and I know it's best for my job to say that and all that, but Teresa's amazing. She creates the whole atmosphere we have at Tinley. When you walk the halls, you can tell it from the kids to the administration to our faculty meetings. It's great working for her.
She bleeds Tinley, man.
She does. She's up and down Oak Park Avenue helping out with everything, and yeah, she is Tinley till she dies, and it's awesome. Yep, absolutely, man. All right, so the demands to coach one sport, I mean, in a day and age of specialization, man, it's incredibly demanding. How do you do this juggling a little bit of two now? Because there really isn't an off season anymore, right? No, there isn't. I mean, varsity high school sports are a year-round thing, but I mean, you said it before. I've been coaching football and baseball together for 8 or 9 years now, and there's coaches all over the area doing that as well. And when I'm doing head sophomore coach or varsity assistant coach, I'm all in the fall. So nothing really changed that way. Summer, I've always juggled. I've always been to summer baseball and then tried to get to summer football as much as I can. And like I said, now I have some assistants that are ready to take over the summer baseball, and I'm going to be there when I can for that. Obviously, be involved with that. But now in the summer, my focus will turn to football. Yeah. In the off season, it's always been a lot of both. I mean, having the winter between, whether it's for football or baseball, we're doing off season work. Where we're in the weight room or we're getting in the cage to hit. So that really off season doesn't change for me. So being out of the house isn't a big change, or the time away from the house. It's more emails, it's more meetings, things like that. But also getting to do cool things like the Coach's Corner. Yeah. So that's cool. And speaking of which, that's a great segue, because when we come back from this Lisa Thomas salon timeout, you're going to be very intrigued. We've dug into the archives, and we got a real special treat. Back in the day when I hosted the Star Sports Beat with Jeff Ponzak, God rest his soul, we had Player of the Week segment like we do on this show. And you're going to recognize this Player of the Week, all right, from 21 years ago, all right, 1996. We're going to take you back. But Lisa Thomas Salon Timeout, all right, and we'll be back more with Coach O'Shea. Stay tuned.
It's time, your time. Look renewed. Feel rejuvenated. Visit Lisa Thomas Salon. Whether it's a new hairstyle, expertly applied makeup, skin treatments, or nail services, our professional stylists are up to date on all the latest techniques and styles to help you achieve the look you've always wanted. Find the you you deserve. Your transformation begins at Lisa Thomas.
Bob's Auto Body and Repair in Blue Island has been prospering since 1968 when Robert Warniak Sr. opened a business. Bob's goal? To go above and beyond to satisfy their customers. Whether it's a small ding or a major collision repair, Bob's is a trained technician and state-of-the-art equipment to meet the high standards their customers expect and that Bob's demands. Bob's also offers complete mechanical services for your automobile, from an oil change to brake repairs. Mention this ad, Bob's will detail your car for free with any auto body work or give you a free oil change with any mechanical work. Bob's Auto Body and Repair, Blue Island.
If you're suffering from physical pain, nothing else matters. The one thing that should is Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, because experience never mattered more. Serving the community for 25 years with over 90 years of combined orthopedic experience, our fellowship-trained surgeons provide individualized care to those suffering from orthopedic pain. We deliver comprehensive care from diagnostic to surgical to rehabilitative services, all under one roof in each of our locations. Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, bringing university-level orthopedic care close to home.
All right, so how about that, folks? That is a 30-year-old Pat Disabato, and you were a junior at that time, right?
I was a junior in high school.
You were a junior.
It's not 30. We're not quite that old, Pat, but it's a while ago.
I was 30. I was 30, man. But that clip is 21 years ago. So do the math, folks. But so Josh, what was that like to be the Rickabennies?
That was big time back then, man. Rickabennies Player of the Week and that $5 gift certificate that went with it. I can remember walking into the coach's office, and like you say, Johnny D was my coach, and kind of saying, "I got something for you." He wasn't the most, excitable guy back then, I guess. He just handed it over to me, and I was blown away. It was cool for, like you say, for an offensive lineman to get something like that. I was telling everybody I knew, so that was a cool thing.
That's awesome. And here we are, fast forward 21 years later, and Josh O'Shea, that Irish kid from Bremen, is now coaching football and baseball at Tinley Park High School. So, the seniors that are playing football, whatever sport in high school, they weren't even born back then. No. That's pretty scary right now, isn't it, man?
Yeah, so, that's crazy.
All right, Josh, let's get back to this thing, man. And, when I announced this on social media that you were the new football coach last week, man, there was a tremendous amount of buzz. Man, the excitement. What is it about your coaching style, other than the fact that you're a Bremen guy, and Johnny D, what is it about your coaching style, man, that excites these kids?
I mean, I like to think I'm fun to play for. I create that environment of, very serious, and we're preparing, but also making sure we have fun. I tell the kids since the day I got hired as the baseball coach that if we're not having fun out here, we're not doing something, or we're doing something wrong. Yep. And that my coaching staff, me, the kids, I mean, at the end of the day, it's high school sports, and I think, to have fun out there, just to kind of take a step back once in a while and have fun. I mean, we do things during practice. We practice to be competitive. We practice other things to kind of get the kids going. So, I just like to create that environment, and it's worked for me. The kids seem to buy in, and they like playing for me. And again, they were ones that kind of pushed me to go for the job, and that was huge for me. Yeah.
Well, you've brought incredible success to the baseball program. 3 straight seasons, at least 21. What are you, 20, 21, 27? Am I close?
We are 21, 23, 21, 27, and 23.
Okay. Yeah. So ton of wins, 3 straight seasons. So what type of philosophies that helped you garner that success are you going to try and implement on the football side of things?
it's again what I like, trying to create that fun environment. I mean, I think some things we do in baseball, we've jumped on board that some of the Catholic schools are doing. We've taken trips all over the country. We've been to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Gulf Shores, Alabama, Louisville, Kentucky. We'll be going back this year. So obviously can't do that in football. But I've got some things on my mind, some team building things that are off campus. You know what I mean? Some things that I schedule, whether it be an offensive line group going to do some things or the skill guys going to do some things. And again, that's kind of on the same page as doing competitive things that don't even have to be football drills to create that competitive environment. And we do that in baseball. Another thing that we've done in baseball that's been successful for us is the kids camps we do. This winter will be my 7th kids camp. We get the 4th through 8th graders out there and try to instill what we do in them. And they get to know me, I get to know them. And that's something we're already, January 13th, we're going to do a free kids clinic at Tinley Park over the winter. Get the kids in, you know, get them a T-shirt, get them some Gatorade, do some drills.
Make them want to be a Titan.
Yeah, get them and kind of know what they're getting into with us and want to play for us and create that kind of that Tinley Park camaraderie of seeing, oh, you guys are going here, well, we're going to stay here, you know, instead of taking that opportunity to maybe go to a Catholic school. And if we can get, you know, 2 to 3 kids every other year, that's huge for a program like ours. And I think we're doing that in baseball, and I think that's kind of creating some consistency with us. And
it's a great time not only to be in Tinley, in the district 228. You got new field houses that'll be opening within a couple of years. You got the new turf installed at all the facilities. Obviously, did that play a part in you taking on this dual role? And, you know, how much of having that is going to take this program to the next level?
It definitely didn't hurt. I mean, I wouldn't say that, you know, I put in for the job because of the turf and the field house, but it's definitely something in my mind that we can use to our advantage. I mean, we're out there recruiting our own district. You know, why would you leave? We have this beautiful field house going in, and we're already using it. We kind of, you know, Dr. Nolan, like you say, how awesome she is. We had a shadow day a couple months ago, or a month ago, right before Thanksgiving. We brought the kids in that are interested, and maybe some of them were interested in Catholic schools, and they're doing shadow days there. We had them in, showed them the facilities we're going to have, kind of met the coaches, got to, you know, go around a half day with our players. And so I know John Pfeffer was big in that in the wrestling program, and myself, and we wanted to get the kids in. So yeah, the turf doesn't hurt. I mean, getting the kids out, we had a middle school night, getting them to see kind of what it's like on Friday nights. And it's cool for the baseball program to use it on rainy days for practice as well. It's good for everybody, you know.
Yep, that's awesome. And real quickly, Johnny D'Ambrosio, the man, the myth, the legend at Bremen.
He's the man.
What influence did he have on you? Is there anything particular you try and take from his coaching style at all?
I do. You know what I mean? When you go through the interview process, they ask you a lot of questions about discipline, things like that. And the one thing that stuck out when I think back is the way he carried himself and the way he got kids to want to play for him. It was very clear when he was proud of you, and that was a cool feeling with him. It was also clear when he was disappointed in you, and that wasn't a good feeling. So he wasn't, you know, always a yelling and screaming guy in your face. He could be like any other football coach, but at least in my experience with him, my whole motivation to, you know, stay in line, get good grades, things like that, play hard, lift over the offseason was to see a guy like him be proud of you. And that's kind of what, you know, again, that's the biggest takeaway I have from Johnny D is that whole philosophy of getting kids to play for you and, you know, doing it the right way rather than yelling and screaming at them and trying to push them, trying to motivate rather than doing, you know, the opposite. Right.
All right, well, Josh, you know, I wish you nothing but the best, man. I know it's obviously going to be a tough situation, but you're going to pull it off, man, because everyone I talk to, they say this is the right guy to do it. So, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting, man.
I'm looking forward to it, too. I take this whole experience as a positive. I mean, a lot of people say it's a negative. For me, it's a pretty crazy opportunity that I'm, you know, jumping into to be a head football and a head baseball coach at a great school like this. So I'm excited. Thanks for having me. This is the full Disabato experience. Beggars, Blue Island, pizza, all this stuff. So
you got it all,
was
man.
Awesome. I
just need an Italian flag in here. We'd be all set.
Right.
All right, and he's got the baseball cap on and the football swag. We're ready to roll, man. All right, thanks for coming on board. Merry Christmas, okay? Happy New Year. Folks, we're going to go to an athletics, sports, and orthopedic physical therapy timeout. Remember, locations Oak Lawn, Orland Park. We come back. Players of the week, results in it. We're going to have Josh digging in his pizza, too, from Beggars, so stay tuned. Athletic Sports and Orthopedic Physical Therapy is a 2,200 square foot facility that includes the latest in rehabilitation equipment, including the HydroTrack underwater treadmill. All therapists at Athletics are experienced and offer hands-on treatment for patients that require such therapy. Whether it's your feet, ankles, knees, hips, lower back, shoulders, elbows, wrists, neck or jaw, Athletics is here to help. We at Athletics understand you as a patient have the right to choose where you receive treatment. Ask your physician if Athletics, with locations in Oak Lawn and Orland Park, is right for you.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
I'm a half sausage for you and your husband and a half just cheese for the kids, who never seem to stop moving. Go ahead and take the night off, Mom. I got you covered. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
Thank you, Coach's Corner, for celebrating all these great athletes. Now celebrate the American Classic with Apple Chevy. Classics like the Chevy Impala. Originating in 1958, the Chevy Impala is older than the states Hawaii and Alaska. It still holds its sleek and stylish design with a focus on luxury. It has the option to have the power of 305 horses. Don't take my word for it. Come test drive it today at Apple Chevy.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'd like to thank our coach, Tinley Park football, baseball coach Josh O'Shea, for being our guest. And man, we're doing all we can not to eat this Beggar's Pizza, this nice large cheese and sausage. And Josh is going to have a couple of slices before he departs. But all right, folks, the results segment sponsored by Athletic Sports and Orthopedic Physical Therapy. We had Tom Mulvey on a couple weeks ago, and two locations, Oak Lawn and Orland Park. Marist 55, Nazareth 43 for Marist. Morgan Taylor, big game, 28 points. Jack Ellison, 8 points, 10 boards to lead the Redhawks, who, as of this taping, were undefeated. We're 9-0. Lamont 68. Shepherd 48 for Lamont. Jerry Adamski, 20 points, 9 boards. Paul O'Leary, 15 points, 6 boards. That's 6'10", Paul O'Leary, by the way. And Jackson Diaz, 14 points for the Indians. Rick Runnis having a nice season for the Indians. Shepherd was off to a great start. I think they're now 6-3. Tony Ciccarillo, my guy, doing a nice job over at Shepherd. Marquel Porter had 13 for the Astros, and Korey Burrell had 12 points for Shepherd. Another game. This was a crazy game, man. Bloom 63, HF 62. HF led by 19 in the third quarter and lost this game. This could be a coming-of-age moment for the Blazing Trojans, who start 4 sophomores. So this team this could be it, man. This could get them over the hump. Dante Maddox Jr., coach's son, 34 points. Martise Mitchell, 8 points. Keyshawn Williams, 7 points for the Blazing Trojans, who are 4-4 of this taping. For HF, Issac Stanback, 18.7 boards. Sean Jones, 15.7 boards. Kyndall Davis, 10 points for the Vikings, who are 5-2, but they're the real deal. In Hillcrest 68, Revis 38 for the Hawks. Robert Harvey, 20 points, and Jaylen Hughes, 20 points for the Hawks. 9-1, they're looking good, man. Or 9-2, I'm sorry. They're looking really good. All right, the Labriola Bakery Cafe Golden Baguette Player of the Week. We got to hook up Bloom sophomore Dante Maddox Jr., man. 34 points, including 9 3-pointers. Young man's only a sophomore. Led the Blazing Trojans to that big win over HF. That's a big-time rivalry. We're going to hook him up with a $25 gift card. Compliments of Labriola Bakery Cafe in Oak Brook and Streeterville. And, of course, the La Barra Restaurant and Stan's Donuts. All one big happy family as we taped there last week. The Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club Player of the Week. We're going to hook up Lincoln Way West girls basketball's Taylor Gugliuzza. That's Italian, folks. Scored 21 points to lift the Warriors to a 68-46 win over Riverdale. For her efforts, we're going to hook up Taylor with a gift certificate, compliments of Lisa Thomas Salon. 3 locations, Tinley Park, Orland Park, and Mokina. Oh, I'm sorry, New Lenox. New Lenox, Mokina. I don't know why I'm getting that mixed up. All right, folks, we are going to go to a Labriola Bakery Cafe timeout. When we return, little high, little tight. Stay tuned.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria, conveniently located in the Oak Brook Promenade.
It's time, your time. Look renewed. Feel rejuvenated. Visit Lisa Thomas Salon. Whether it's a new hairstyle, expertly applied makeup, skin treatments, or nail services, our professional stylists are up to date on all the latest techniques and styles to help you achieve the look you've always wanted. Find the you you deserve. Your transformation begins at Lisa Thomas.
Bob's Auto Body and Repair in Blue Island has been prospering since 1968 when Robert Warniak Sr. opened a business. Bob's goal? To go above and beyond to satisfy their customers. Whether it's a small ding or a major collision repair, Bob's has a trained technicians and state-of-the-art equipment to meet the high standards their customers expect and that Bob's demands. Bob's also offers complete mechanical services for your automobile, from an oil change to brake repairs. Mention this ad, Bob's will detail your car for free with any auto body work or give you a free oil change with any mechanical work. Bob's Auto Body and Repair, Blue Island.
If you're suffering from physical pain, nothing else matters. The one thing that should is Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, because experience never mattered more. Serving the community for 25 years with over 90 years of combined orthopedic experience, our fellowship-trained surgeons provide individualized care to those suffering from orthopedic pain. We deliver comprehensive care from diagnostic to surgical to rehabilitative services, all under one roof in each of our locations. Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, bringing university-level orthopedic care close to home.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. And let me tell you, folks, you got some time between now and Christmas. Get out to this Beggar's Pizza location here in Blue Island, across the street from Eisenhower. You talk about festive, beautiful, man. It's decorated to the nines. It looks great in here. All right, high and tight, sponsored by our good friends from Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, locations in Oak Lawn and Orland Park. All right, I was at a game last week, Marian Catholic game. And, man, I want to wish just a speedy recovery. Breon Hill, compound fracture in his left leg, and it was gruesome, folks. It was as nasty of an injury as I've ever encountered covering high school sports, and I've seen some nasty ones, but this one was pretty serious, and ambulance had to come and take him out in a stretcher. So I just want to wish Breon, only a junior, very talented kid, and it leaves a big hole for the Spartans moving forward, but I wish him a speedy recovery, man, because that was tough. So. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed the show. Have a great couple weeks. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2018.